Oh man, what a turbulent week, if you will, in the overall markets, guys. But have no fear, because Prometheum Prodigy always finds a way to bounce back. And that is going to be the topic of discussion for today, guys, along with, oh yes, the overall conditions of the markets, where Prodigy Flip is going to play its role, especially with the altercations going on amongst the other big exchanges out there, if you will. But before that, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jazz Royce. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell for me, please, and thank you. And if you're recurring back, welcome back. Glad to have you guys. Do me a favor and pause for a quick second. Please smash the thumbs up on this video for the algorithms, man, and let me know what you think about PMPY. Are you bullish for AI in general, specifically for PMPY? Now let's get right to this, guys. Here we are, sitting at an $11.74 million market cap. Now, as you know, guys, the entire market took a bit of a dip, right? As we've seen the new things coming out about the proposed tax rules and whatnot, which just sounds utterly ridiculous, man. We're not even going to get into that, but that did play a role amongst, I'm sure, other behind the scene factors that led to things kind of taking a dip, and especially ETH dropping down to just into the 3,000s. And I'm saying just like as if I wasn't in the markets the whole time, watching ETH going from 1,600 and sitting in the 2,000, 2,300 range. But man, we still up. With that being said, now we have the ETFs for ETH. I believe those are now being accepted. Don't quote me on that. But either or, I mean, shoot, we're in on a project that's based off of ETH. So when ETH moves, we move, because majority of this liquidity is in ETH. As you can see, $3.15 million, despite those people that try to chunk out heavy out of fear on us on the chart. I mean, as you can see, with such a healthy liquidity, it really didn't do too much damage, because when you really zoom in, and this is the 12-hour chart, guys, this is really what we saw. We went down to here and we gained some stability here, and I've had two solid green candles in the last 24 hours each candle. So keep that in mind as we're looking at the big picture overall. Prodigy Flip, we don't know exactly when it's going to be revealed, but man, oh man, when it's revealed, I tell you, it's going to be game changing, specifically because of the fact that, aside from the irony of it coming out at a time where now MetaMask and Uniswap are pretty much under attack, right? Here we are with the perfect solution coming in at the right time, like the superhero with the cape we didn't know it had the whole time. Now, with that being said, what's going to happen when Prodigy Flip, guys? The buybacks and burns. And you see what's going on here. Supply is constantly getting shorter and shorter. We saw even here, even though it's been a slow week in general in the markets, still, that doesn't change the fact that on Friday, another 12,500 was burnt out of circulating supply. And we are seeing the benefits of that day in and day out, not to mention the reflections that have been gradually adding up, and the reflections that are meant to increase along when we hit those market cap goals, guys. I think the buybacks and burns are going to do some serious hits for us in a positive manner, because if the supply keeps getting smaller, man, oh man, it's gonna be a nice ride to the top. The only question is, how far up do you think we can go? I've been seeing some talks in the Telegram about, maybe $30 a coin, $32 a coin. As you know, people have mentioned, especially shout out my guy Pablo, $100 a coin. And as crazy as things might sound, when you factor in the overall market cap globally that we're going to be seeing, and the fact that we only seen a 3 trillion at the top, and we're probably going to be seeing 5 trillion and up this cycle, especially peak cycle, and the halving's already completed, and BTC was at a much higher price than we expected for the halving. Yeah, the influx of money coming in, especially when you couple the ETFs and the big takeover of AI and the amount of money now being dumped in the year alone, 2024, just in AI sectors. Yeah, it seems quite possible that we could be seeing those $30, $60, $100, and maybe even higher, because it's still going to be within the tens of billions of market cap, which doesn't seem too far-fetched. And that's just based off of the supply we have now. We don't know how far this team is willing to burn the supply down, because that will play a ginormous role with such a limited supply and how high this price can already be at. And mind you, while we're talking about this, we're sitting at a cool 2.28 cents. let's see what's unfolding in front of us. As you can see, they've been starting to branch out a bit more with the marketing. So now we're seeing Prodigy Flip kind of boosting its way up now. You look at this on Dex Tools. They've had this ad running on Dex Tools, and I saw it myself. I was looking to the bottom like, oh snap, there you go. Promoting the wallet that's coming out, and look at the timing of it. This is the timing when we need it. Right here live still on Dex Tools, you see right over here the Prodigy Flip banner. So there you go, guys. I mean, quite frankly, there's a lot of fear going on in the markets, especially with all of these proposed tax structures and things, which is creating a lot of volatility in the markets. Prodigy Flip is like the exact answer that a lot of the newcomers that we're waiting on to get into the markets need to help them navigate through the volatile waters, especially if they're not even sure about, you know, how DeFi works in general, right? Like a lot of us, we're probably used to this stuff. But having an AI personal assistance guiding you through the entire step of the way is something that I will be envious of all these newcomers coming in, because they will not have to make nearly as much mistakes as me and a lot of other people had to have made. And that alone is going to be such an intrinsic value on why this project can hit those high marks that we have been speculating. So leave that as some food for thought. Let's see what happens as we continue to await Prodigy Flip, and then to see what type of strategy these team will have to market everything revolving around Prodigy Flip and leading into Tello Talk. Oh yeah. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce, and like always, I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.